Hello and welcome back to Cricket Country. Into the third week of IPL 2019 and we've reached game 25. Today's match is between Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings at the Savai Man Singh Stadium in Jaipur. Contrasting fortunes for both franchises in the IPL so far. Chennai, of course, defending champions, led by MS Dhoni with the same core of players who last season defied the odds to win the IPL title for a third time. Rajasthan Royals sit at 7th place with 1 win from 5 games. All has not gone to plan for the Jaipur-based franchise, and now as they run into the form team of the IPL, Chennai Super Kings, there are question marks over whether Rajasthan Royals can get their act together. The last time these two teams met a couple of weeks ago, Chennai Super Kings beat Rajasthan Royals by 8 runs in a match in which MS Dhoni scored 75 not out with 4 sixes in the last 7 balls to power himself to his highest IPL score. Now the problems for Rajasthan Royals began at the top. Their skipper Ajinkya Rahane, after a promising start, has now dried up with the runs. Injury to Sanju Samson after a very fine 100 has again deprived them of a very solid number 3 option. Ben Stokes has been inconsistent, K. Gautam has also been inconsistent, and Steve Smith, though he's got 2 handy scores, has been a bit on the slower side. This has put immense pressure on the likes of Jos Buttler, who last season scored 5 50s in a row to power Rajasthan Royals into the knockouts before he and Stokes had to leave. Now keep in mind, later in April, both Stokes and Buttler will again have to go back to England as they resume their duties ahead of the World Cup, and how those 2 voids are going to be filled remains to be seen. Stokes, of course, has not really done well with bat or ball. You look at the last match in Jaipur against KKR. He scored his first run in about 7-8 balls and was really kept scoreless by KKR's fast bowlers and spinners. As I said, Buttler, how much can he do? His innovative bold stroke play has again ensured that Rajasthan Royals most times have a decent score, but again too much for Smith to do. Even the bowling, Jaydev Unadkat, who went for a lot of money in the last 2 IPL auctions, played a few matches, didn't take wickets, gave a lot of runs and found himself dropped from the team. This has left Shreyas Gopal, who is Rajasthan Royals' highest wicket taker, to do the majority of the wicket taking with handy contributions from the like of Dhaval Kulkarni. But overall, the bowling has not been able to bowl out sides enough. And with the batting, as I said, too reliant on the likes of Jos Buttler and Steve Smith, not enough match-winning totals have been put up by Rajasthan Royals. Even the Savai Man Singh Stadium, once known as their fortress, has been breached a few times this season already. Coming to Chennai Super Kings, the majority of their success has been at home. They've played 2 matches away. They beat Delhi Capitals at the Firoz Shah Kotla and then lost to Mumbai Indians at the Wankhede Stadium. Talking about Chennai at home, their success has largely been built around the spinners. Twice now, MS Dhoni has spoken about how the slow and low surface in Chennai is not the ideal advert for T20 cricket and most definitely not for the IPL. However, that said, in both matches, Chennai spinners have been totally clinical in outbowling their opponents, be it KKR the other night or Royal Challengers Bangalore in the first match. Harbhajan Singh hasn't played all the matches, but when he has, he's made an impact in the power play. Imran Tahir, the team's leading wicket taker, continues to take wickets and run around the stadium wherever he goes. And then even Jadeja, not a whole lot of wickets, but he's been economical. And then of course Deepak Chahar, the fast bowler who in every match, barring one, has conceded runs under 21. After bowling 2 no balls against Punjab, Deepak Chahar got a bit of a scolding from Dhoni, and in the last match against KKR took 3 wickets up front and then bowled a very fine 19th over to Andre Russell to fetch the man of the match honours. If Chennai have a problem, it's with the batting. The top order of Shane Watson, Ambati Rayudu and Suresh Raina collectively have not scored enough runs, and we've seen the last 2 matches Faf du Plessis has stepped in to open the innings and has got 2 very handy scores. Ambati Rayudu has fallen back in the middle order, but not getting enough chances to bat has not really done enough to press his claims for the World Cup selection, some will say. Dwayne Bravo also injured, out for 2 weeks now, and the likes of Scott Kuggeleijn have stepped in, but again have looked decidedly ordinary when it comes to facing big hitters. They do have a few other overseas players and uncapped domestic players to call back on, but knowing Chennai's preference for keeping solidity, they probably will give Scott Kuggeleijn a couple more games in the absence of Dwayne Bravo. So a few hours from now, game 25 of the IPL sees Chennai Super Kings up against Rajasthan Royals, floundering near the bottom of the points table. Will Ajinkya Rahane's team manage to turn around their form against Chennai Super Kings? Stick around and come back to Cricket Country in a few hours to find out.